Go, run. Samuel
And
he's gonna be like, oh, he's live. Tune
oh,
in.
he's
Wait, oh,
live? He's really live? Hey
he's really
guys,
live.
how's it
Oh my god,
going?
are we actually
We
live?
are we are live.
I need the link.
The
Wait a
link, the
minute, let's
link.
see. Oh my god, we're live. Okay,
We're
hold
live, we're
up,
live. We may or may
hold
not
up,
be live right now.
hold up. Let me make sure this is muted.
Everyone in
Okay,
the chat, let me know if we're live. We
you're
should be.
live. I'm on the chat. I got it. You're live. Let
Um,
me do my
yeah.
thing real quick.
Long time no see, guys. As you know, I am Mr. Inanimate Mashups, otherwise known as Sam, otherwise known as the Imagine Dragons
Potato,
guy. And today I
potato.
am joined by none other than Mr. Logan Mashups.
Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just informing the world of what's going on.
I do not blame Logan at all for this. I left a few things to the last minute. Up until like 5 minutes ago, we were getting the video chat on the screen, so I don't know what's going on. Basically, so this is sort of something I've wanted to do for a while. I wasn't sure how I wanted to arrange it necessarily, but I thought it would be good to have an opportunity to just talk about the community, talk about, the mashup environment on YouTube and stuff, and chat a bit about music and just get to know other creators while we're at it, kind of thing.
Yes, sir. But a better way to do it, right?
Yeah, man.
Wait a minute, I'm on your channel. I need to go to my channel if I want to post this. Give me like a minute and then I will put down my phone and you have my full attention. We have to inform the world that it's happening.
I'll just get the comments up. Yeah, I know. Normally when I'm live, it's like I'm mixing something on stream. So apologies, we're not going to be doing that today. Possibly in the next few weeks.
Almost ready.
I've had quite a few life-changing things happen in the past few months, so my schedule is nowhere near what it was a few months ago. So I apologize if content's been a little bit
Me
sparse.
too. A lot's happened this month, as you probably know.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to that because I know you've had a bit of a crazy.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
Okay,
we got.
Oh,
Let me bring up the chat.
We got a few people. Okay. Hey, Casey Cooper. Hey, Restball. Hey, Bam Studios. Hey, T-Rex but Alt. Hey, 21 Pilots.
Wait, did you say BB Rexa? Who said BB Rexa? You said BB Rexa.
No. T-Rex but Alt.
Oh,
Hear the
sorry.
words BB Rexa.
I heard Rex and I'm like, BB Rexa? Where is she?
Mikey Lugo, how's it going? It's been a long time.
Ooh, okay, we got a lot of people here.
Jesus, man, your hair is long.
Vincent.
Hey, Vincent. I was saving Vincent for last. How's life, Vincent?
Blanter, Crispy, Ivy. Oh, we got some
Blantico.
people. That's awesome.
This will be exciting.
So give it a couple more minutes. Get some people. Get people time to roll. I posted all my stuff. We can get. What's the time right now? Time frame? Time. It is 8:05.
11:05. Well, 05 past whatever time it is.
05 past whatever the time zone is and whatever that you're in, because everyone's everywhere. We started, according to this, we started shooting 2 minutes ago. I say give it like a few more minutes, and then we can get into it, like maybe a couple more minutes, because I just posted my stuff. So hopefully at least like 2 people will come crawling.
Oh shit. I should probably share stuff on the Discord as well.
Oh yeah, do your thing. I already did my thing. It's done. It's said and done. I
just figured like it's on my channel. Everyone's gonna get notified anyway. So.
Oh yeah, it's my part of it. I'm like, hey, I'm doing something. Come look at me. I look presentable this time.
I feel like I should tag the Mashup Kingdom. Like I
tag them. Oh yeah.
I never go live on them. Like I check the Mashup Kingdom like only when I get notified, and that's too much. I loved it. Because I literally never used it. Dude, it's just spam. I was
like, why?
Like,
it literally is just spam.
Nothing against anyone on there, but I don't know.
I mean, if you want to start on the Mashup Kingdom and add them directly, and they'll see us talking about them.
Well, it's just, I feel like this is something that they, is worth sharing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially for that.
Yeah, like I went out and cleared like a bunch of my Discord groups. I was in like 12 of them, and I eliminated 8 of them because I don't use these at all. And it was way too much clutter. Was not a fan of it. Let me bring back up the chat.
Fully, I'm all for getting rid of clutter. So.
Oh yeah. Why do you
Biggest.
think I've used Audacity for 8 fucking years? Like,
Yeah.
come on now. I like
So-
simplicity. I only open up Ableton if I got to pro pitch some vocals. Besides that, I'm not touching it.
Logan,
Why is the
your mic is hurting my ears. That's just rude.
Oh shit.
I'll turn you down like 2D.
Wait,
I
who said
can.
that?
I think I can EQ you from my.
Yeah, EQ me then.
So
I can't
I'll-
even see the chat for some reason.
If you just go onto the YouTube video, you should be able to like.
EDM theorist. Oh, I'm sorry. Does it sound better? Does it sound better now? Okay, I have the chat back up.
Okay, I've got your volume
Sorry
down a
about that. It
little
was
bit.
probably because I was eating my microphone. I'm just loud.
There we go. Hey, Chemical Misfit, welcome to stream. Hey, Vishwak. Hey,
Welcome.
Soulful Ari Mashups, how's it going? Good to see you.
Soulful Ari.
Hey,
Ooh,
Zorua Lightning.
I see.
Um,
Okay, it's better than IDM. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know that. I don't want to hurt anyone's ears. That's the last thing I want to do.
yeah. It's like the opposite of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, right.
You
I
know,
was like,
music
we're trying to spread
mixing.
love. We're not trying to deafen people. We don't
Yeah.
have off-key mashups here. We're good.
Spread love, not tinnitus.
Yes, live, laugh, love. That's the mantra. Oh, you're loved. That's the mantra. Yeah.
So
I seriously like how you thought that was the tongue. It's literally just a rock. I didn't think about it as a tongue.
So, question from Vishwak Singareddy. So, what
Yes,
are we going to do? What are we going to do right now? Which I
That's a
think
great question.
we should use that to start, perhaps.
Yes, that's a great way to start. They're just like, why you guys just sit here and
Yeah.
talk about something?
Hurry
I'll
up.
let you take the lead, Sam. This is your channel.
Alright.
You guide us, and I will follow too.
Okay, so I'll start with a quick briefing on how we got to this point. So, I think basically what it was I know. Did you messaged me, right? And this was before all the big shit happened.
Like way back to when we like
wait.
had communication
No.
for the first time.
Yeah, it was. I think it was the Adriana thing, right? And then because you guys talked and you were like, "Hey, we mentioned you on the stream."
We really started talking more on a personal. Like we knew about each other, like we support each other's channels, but we hadn't really talked on a personal level. Yeah, that branched off of the interview with Adriana because we touched on a lot of different topics. I thought our commentary was fantastic. She was a wonderful person to work with. I could just talk about her all goddamn day, but this is our stream, not hers. I'll try not to make it about her, but it's hard not to when that woman has been doing this for over 2 decades now. Like she put so many things in perspective, and it just like blew my mind because like we're both on YouTube. We started on YouTube. Like we never saw that side of it. We were just kids when all that was happening.
No, like we.
All of that led up to YouTube, and it's crazy.
Adriana's got a lot of history that we. For those of you who don't know, by Adriana we mean YouTuber Booty Mashups. She's been on the site for basically forever.
Can I correct you? She's not a YouTuber.
Not a YouTuber?
Not a
Twitch
YouTuber.
streamer.
She's everything. I'll give some clarification on her because we've talked a lot like on a personal level, right? Adriana does it all. She's not limited to a platform. She's literally on everything. Yes, Booty Mashups is Booty Mashup. Excuse me. There's no S. It's a singular mashup. Booty Mashup is primarily on Twitch. Yes, they literally do streaming all the damn time. Adriana has done like the physical aspect of it. Like she's gone all around the world: San Francisco, London, Los Angeles. Like she's been all around, right? I've like named like 2 cities in California out of that, but more than that, like Miami, Los Angeles, New York, outside of the country, like she's gone everywhere to do like physical mashup parties. That was long before YouTube even existed. Like she's been around a long ass time, to say the least. I love her though. But yeah, like that's where it branched off. That's where it branched off from was that interview because we talked about a lot of different things and like how the YouTube community has always been its own bubble, and I never thought of it like that, but it's so damn true. It's not like a specific person, but like YouTube itself is just its own bubble, and we've always been limited to that bubble because we just never were educated on the subject. I think the interview that we did like really shed light on just how far mashups have come from start to finish, especially like with the new era of TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok's a whole. We'll get into that.
Yeah,
basically,
we'll get into that.
Basically, I imagine, I don't know how you guys feel about TikTok. I imagine because it's my channel, people might not be super into TikTok, at least on the demographic that my music might attract. But
I know Crispy. I literally already addressed that. Yeah, I was naming U.S. cities and also like that's because I don't know all the cities that she's been to. That's just the ones I know from the top of my head. What can you say about What can you say about your grandma when board you mashups? Of
Oh,
course they're gonna ask us about Maddie.
oh
I love
man.
her.
We
I
love
love her.
Maddie. We love Maddie.
We love her. We love her indefinitely. She literally is like the mantra of what everyone should be. Mashup, mashup, mashup of everything, and it makes you question your existence when you see the title. Those are
Yeah.
the sweet ones. Like everything that she does, oh my,
And
that's
like
a whole another can of worms in itself. She's just amazing. She's been doing it as long as we have. She's
there's
built a giant cult following out of it. Like she's rocking it with the basic format of just 2 album covers.
yeah, no, and really like because ultimately, not that you're at a disadvantage necessarily if you're just using
Hi,
audio.
Daniel.
But... Oh yeah, hey Daniel, welcome to stream. Oh my God, Steve.
I can't blame
Logan,
Oh my God,
the goat.
they're
Yeah,
talking about the one. I love that one. Oh my God. So, yes, I know what they're talking about. That is, what did I call that one? Whatever but Psycho. I saw that you did one that was Follow Your Psycho. Did you foreshadow the month of April to me with that? Because I definitely followed my Psycho during April.
Oh man, it's possible. I mean, could have been doing it subconsciously, right?
Please just sing already. Please, I'm not trying to be mean to please sing. I don't understand. That's the great question. Oh my God.
Oh, first mashup. Let's go.
Oh, do you know what your first mashup was? I'll answer first, but I know what mine was. It was good. It was not good at all. I can tell you the exact date too.
I don't know if I can like say there was an exact first. I think I started out trying to do medleys. Like
I.
it was not good. It was not good.
So my first mashup, I remember everything about it because it was awful, and I literally didn't know what I was doing. Let's start from the beginning because we need to address 2 people because we both have the same inspirations, right?
Yeah.
Let's start from the get-go. So I remember the exact date of mine. It was June 1st, 2013. I was 15 at the time. I had spent a month after watching Raheem's Audacity tutorial.
Yeah.
Literally both of us.
Absolutely.
Literally both of us. After like a month of messing around with audio, I got the bravery to post my first mashup, and it was so bad. It was One Direction. That's a product this time. One Direction, Little Thing, and Lana Del Rey. Oh my God, I think it was Summertime Sadness. It was off key though. And I literally, this is how bad I was, right? Like I didn't know what I was doing, so I was like halfway through it started fading out, and I didn't know how to fade. I just, it just faded out halfway through.
It's so just like, you know what? I'm just not gonna finish this.
Fading out.
Yeah.
Like literally for 6 months. It was about 6 months. I had my first channel, and I only posted off key, off tempo garbage, and then I lost that, and that's when the rebranding happened, and when like really the whole at least on my end is how things started to shape. How was your first 6 months, Sam?
I think we do all go through that phase where we spend. For me, it was like a year and a half. I swear, like I was putting out content that was, well, because I had an old channel, which some people may know, some people may not. I'm not going to mention it here, but if you do your research, you'll probably find it. I posted a lot of different content, and some of that included mashups, which at the time, this was like mid-2013, early 2014, didn't really know how to do properly. I remember I spent like, it was just a lot of off-key, a lot of off-tempo kind of deal. But oh
my God, I felt that, yes.
And I think
I know on my end. Oh yeah, you keep going. You keep talking. Yes, let me shut up.
It's just I remember specifically the first mashup I did where people started gravitating to it, and I was like, "Fuck, maybe I'm onto something." Apologies for my French. We'll just pretend. I don't know. Do we swear? Do we swear on this? Probably not.
Okay, I can tell you this. You can swear just if for monetization purposes, you can swear as long as it's not like constantly like every other sentence. Swearing is fine. Yeah. I don't get shit if you swear. That's just me though. YouTube doesn't care either. Just don't go crazy with it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like
we're grown adults here.
Yeah, it's not like they're gonna go through.
We're grown.
They're not gonna go through the whole stream. And like, Daniel Kendall asks, did you both ever expect to hit 100K from the start of your channels? I'd like
Hell
to
no.
ask you back, Dan. Did you expect to hit, I think, are you at 40K at the moment? Did you expect to get to 40K from your channel? I'll answer the
Thank you,
question.
Crispy. Have a good night.
Yeah,
Or morning, whatever time it is for you. Thank you for tuning in.
thanks for coming, Crispy.
Yes.
And I can say Dylan. Dylan's on. Hey, Dylan. How's it hanging? I think I found you from your 2014 year end on SoundCloud. Yeah, that sounds about right. That was definitely in my early days. My 2014.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
SoundCloud is a whole different area. If you want to talk about SoundCloud now, we definitely can. But I do want to touch on two more things. We need to name drop two people right now because we already talked about Raheem. But there's the elephant in the room that no one knows about. You know who I'm talking about. That would be Daniel. Smadler. We gotta address that because he is
first
G,
Daniel.
the OG. That man was posting stuff daily with all of the recent, like, it wasn't just pop, it was literally everything. Like, he's the one who is the blueprint that set everyone else up, in my opinion, at least on the YouTube sector.
Yeah.
Talking strictly YouTube, like, just basic 2-song mashups. I don't know if you know this, the whole concept of putting 2 album covers by each other was made by him. Like, in 2010, this goes back a decade. He's off to better things, though, but we got to give a shout out to the OGs. Yeah. Definitely.
I know for me, at least.
Yeah,
like 2013, 2014, which, that was the time, that was that year and a half where I was, like, basically crap at my craft. I was still learning. Smadlenad, or Daniel, I don't know, you guys may not know him, because he stopped around 2015, 2016, right?
Actually, there's context on that. He's never technically stopped. There was at one point, which ties into what I was talking to you about Warner in 2015, which I can talk about now because that person no longer works there. So like it can be public knowledge, just no like confidentiality issue, of course. Like back in 2015, the person I was in contact with, Daniel lost his channel. Like he fully lost his channel. And at the time, I was still talking to Warner, and I was like, "Hey, can you like get his channel back?" And they kind of went against the person. It's not. Excuse me. I need to watch what I say. It was not Warner. It was a representative from Warner who no longer works there. I'm not going to name them, of course. It was a representative. To clarify, because people love to twist people's words. I've come to learn that this month. So a representative on behalf of Warner, they no longer work here, mind you. This was a long time ago. They went out of their way to like remove copyright strikes from other channels. The only person they really notably did it for was for Daniel to get his channel back because it was like something Warner related that got it removed. I'm so grateful for that because I would have been devastated if he lost all of his history that literally led up to like inspiring us. I'm glad his OG channel's still there, is basically what I'm saying. I'm glad I was able to help in that process. Because that was just a crazy time for everyone.
And I don't think.
How long have you, for Daniel in the chat, how long have you been doing mashups if you're at 33K? I'm curious. Very curious.
In regards to
country mashup artists, I would love to answer that. There's a reason why people don't use country. There's a reason. I don't know about you.
Is it?
No, it has nothing to do with copyright. I don't know about if you use country, but I love country. I'm a Kansas boy. I love country music. The reason people don't use country as much is because the materials are simply not available for country songs. They're very hard to find. Like the main country stuff we have are like rock band rips.
Yeah.
Like a prominent one that I love is Carrie Underwood. Since someone wanted to ask about country, like I have a few Carrie Underwood mashups on my channel, but the only stuff we really have for her is like if it's been posted on Rock Bands, you can get stems from Rock Band. I can't tell you how, but I just know it's possible. Like one of the many ways to get files from a video game. A lot of video games have that capability, though. Since someone asked about country mashups, because I love country mashups.
Yeah, I swear there's like, I think there are some niche channels that do country. Like I've definitely seen like country mega mixes before, like year ends based around country music. I don't know when that would have been.
There is one. There actually is one though. There was one that DJ Earworm did. He did it. It was in collaboration. It was back to Carrie Underwood. He did a collaboration directly with Carrie Underwood's label, and they did like a mega mix of her entire thing. It's on her like official Vivo channel. That's the only country mega mix I know exists, but it was by Earworm. Like top dog Earworm is the one who did that. And it was so damn good. And I was so jealous of him because I was like, I want all of those carry. I want to use all those carry. And I literally can't.
It's
March 2019. You got to 33K in only 2 years. Oh no, wait. Yeah, that'd be about 2 years. I can tell you, in my first 2 years, I wasn't at 33K. I was only at 13K.
Phil Plays, welcome to stream.
Ooh, yes, welcome.
Sir Mashalot did a big one just to make a point. I assume this is a...
Oh, I think I know what he's talking about.
Is this about the country thing?
Yeah, I know what he's talking about, actually. He's talking about, it was like to show that country music all sounds the same. I think that's what they're talking about. It was so good, but so bad at the same time because they flowed like perfectly together, lyrically, sonically, and like the instrumentals. It proved that country's all the same, which is why country's just a questionable genre to begin with. Yeah, I think is that right, EDM? Is that what you're referring to? I remember seeing that and dying because like I'm just a country kid at heart, whether I like it or not. So there's Samuel. I was wondering when you'd show your face.
Samuel Mashups, long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see indeed. He's been in my circle though. The hits. Oh yeah, the hits. Carrie Underwood and like Miranda Lambert. Back to what we were discussing, like with the beginning of YouTube. Not the beginning, but like the beginning for us. Because we both started. I was 2013. I think maybe even late 2013, early 2014.
Because I know, yeah, no, Daniel was like, he was massive for you, I know, and he was massive for me too, in terms of like inspiration. Daniel
because he was like around since
Smadlenad.
Yes, which Smadlenad is really just his name backwards. Fun fact. That's so funny. I love that. I actually touched on like my very early time. I feel like the only person who would know my first channel name would be Maddie. I feel like no one else would know. Even she would. I don't even know if she would remember. But my first channel was like I literally tried to base it off of his, but not exactly right. I took my initials and I put letters between them because I was like, I want to be like Schmadalina, like the child, right? My first channel that existed for like 6 months. The name was LZKZM because I wanted to be the next Smiley Knot.
Yeah.
I was such a weird kid. But that channel was gone in 6 months. The second channel was where it got juicy. You said something about which mashup, in your opinion, was when you realized that you were on something?
Actually, this connects with the first time I saw that something was getting reception out of the thing that I was doing.
Yes, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes. So this was like late 2014, maybe early 2015. So I was only on SoundCloud at that point. I may have had the first YouTube channel up at that point. Because for those of you who don't know, a lot of you might not know, this current version of Inanimate Mashups, this is the second YouTube channel that Inanimate Mashups has had. There was the first one that got to around maybe... It was
Castle and whatever. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Castle and whatever deal. No, cheers, man. I'm still pretty happy with that one. I'm glad you liked it. I think it either got to around 100 or 1,000 subs. I'm not sure which. That was my first channel, and then that got taken down for copyright. And then the second one was this one. And as some of you may know, this almost went down for copyright too. Shout out to Mac Reynolds, manager of Imagine Dragons, for saving my life. With that.
We love when management saves people's lives.
You might not know about this, Logan.
Thank you, Daniel. That was a child when I made that. I'm glad someone thinks it's creative. But yeah, what do I not know? Spill it.
So people that have followed the channel for pretty much like recently, I guess. It was a pretty big thing when it happened. You probably have a rough idea of it, actually. But the reason I got my YouTube channel back when it was taken down was similar to how you got Daniel's channel back.
Really? Ooh, nice.
I was like pretty distraught about it. I was actually pretty depressed for a good like few weeks. Like,
trust me, that's how
it hit me emotionally quite a bit.
I had as you know, I also lost my second channel, but that's when things really put into context of how much I lost from that channel, and the fact that at that point I lost contact with Warner, so they weren't helping me either. I couldn't get it back.
Yeah. But
that's a whole another can of stuff. I want to answer something in the comments real quick.
Okay.
They're asking, Zoria asks, how many of these do you think you'll plan to do in the future, and do you think you'll ever have chats with popular mashup artists? I would say yes to both of those.
Yes and yes.
Yes.
Well, how many of these do you plan to do? Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
I don't know. I mean,
the waters.
Look, originally, I'm gonna be honest. I planned this entire thing out like literally an hour ago. We knew we were gonna stream today. That was established a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
However,
that's after we had a 5-hour conversation.
Yeah. We literally talked for like a whole day about all sorts of
literally
shit.
a fourth of a day. We were just bullshitting back and forth.
And Logan talked about the discography of Troye Sivan for about 2 hours.
I did, and I cried several times. That was too reflective. That was too much. It was too much. And then you did a deep dive on Imagine Dragons.
I did a deep dive on. Yeah, and I was a bit mean to Origins, but I like Origins now, so you know.
Deserved. I mean, if we're being honest here.
Dylan's going to bed, so good night, Dylan.
Oh yeah, I
Stay
already
frosty.
told him good night.
You're on the chat. I'm like, I have it right in front of me, and you're getting to it faster than I am. Like,
oh, I'm just going for it. I was gonna touch on because you talked about losing your channel, and you got manager of Imagine Dragons helped you with that, right?
Yeah, because I was pretty distraught, and then this Amy Gunn on Twitter, she's like fan of the band. I think she's family friend of someone there as well.
She has connections to the band, of course.
She straight up shout out to her as well, because that was super cool of her. She actually just like she added me and she was like, "Yo, DM me. I think I can get your channel back." And then she passed me on to Mac. And then
we're not talking about the Sims. We're talking about the album Origins by Imagine Dragons. This is not that kind of discussion.
Nah. We'll get to the Sims on another day.
My Twitter. I've been going off on about everything, not just Mashups, just everything.
But legit, like the first time I messaged him, he was like, "I'll see what I can do," and I sent him all the tracks and things, and we talked for a bit, and I didn't hear back from him for a month, and so I sent a follow up, right?
Mm-hmm,
and I was sort of like, I was really polite about it because you know he's the manager of Imagine Dragons.
I don't want to. It takes time.
Yeah,
you got to be patient with those kind of things, and regardless of who you're talking to. You need to be patient.
I didn't want to bother him either, like. You know,
of course.
If I message him, I want it to be worthwhile. I don't want to waste his time because he's
exactly. You know. Period. It doesn't matter who you're messaging, especially if it's like someone who is.
But
you should always be professional.
Yeah, of course. But the second time I was like, so I sent something through. I'm just wondering, you know.
I know, Sam.
Do you know if they've sent anything? Is it still possible? And he was like. I think I said something assuming that it all happened, and he was like, "Wait, is it still down?" Like he told them something, and they hadn't done anything. Yeah. And
wow.
And so
he was like, "Oh, someone's getting fired today."
And so I went through like literally after I sent that second email, my channel went up like 2 days after or something.
Oh my god! The fact that he tried to do something, he just assumed it was not screwed up.
But I was on 2 strikes for like 3 months, so that was pretty scary. I had like a backup and everything, you know, all that fun stuff.
I remember on 2 things. I remember the first mashup that like started like, as you said, like garner attention. I'm not sure if you use that exact wording, but like that.
Yeah.
I remember making that, and I actually talked to Daniel about it because I remember asking him because it was this is the juicy part. It was Imagine Dragons, Sam. Ooh. It was radioactive. This was I can't remember. It was right around right when Wrecking Ball got released. Wrecking Ball, My Mother's Tyrus. So it was right around when that was released. I think that was like sometime 2014. I can't remember exactly when it was released, but it was like the week it was released, right? I don't remember how I did it. Oh yeah, I'm losing my train of thought. Wrecking Ball. It was like the week it got released. I somehow made an acapella. I don't know how I did it. But it was like just the lead vocals. I don't know what I did to achieve that, but I was like, like it actually sounded good for not having an instrumental. Like it wasn't like filtered or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I did. I was like, oh, I made lead vocals. That's cool. Like, let me use those.
Yeah.
And then I remember messaging Smush the Nod, and I was like, hey, is this in the right key? Because I didn't know what I was doing. He's like, oh, he told me the right keys to do it in, and I was like, okay, cool, because obviously I say everything in minor. Whatever not minor. I convert all keys to major for simplicity reasons because minor, major equivalents.
That is a bit of a thing with the Mashup Kingdom in general. I think.
Yeah.
No, because a lot of people just through like the community developing those skills, they've sort of learnt simplify everything, call everything major, and I think to be honest, that's almost a discussion in itself because I think that's been a little bit detrimental in people's development.
I definitely want to answer Daniel's question as well. But
I'm
wrap up what I'm saying.
I'll finish up and we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, it was Wrecking Ball and Radioactive. I made a mashup of those two. Obviously, I pitched up Radioactive by 3. I can't remember how many views that got, but literally, I shit you not, like the 2 most notable mashups I made were both with Radioactive, because that was the time where Radioactive was blowing up. The other one, which is let me just put this into context of why I was so upset when I lost my last channel. Right, the most popular mashup of Rihanna's Disturbia is with Disturbia and Radioactive. I made that mashup. It has 5.1 million views. That's the re-upload of it. In the description, I'm pretty sure they credit me, if I'm thinking correctly. Oh, this is re-upload from the creator. They don't actually mention my name. I'm gonna have to come after them because I'm the one that made that. The only people who remember that are the ones that were like there at the way beginning. But like it was Disturbia and Radioactive. That was the one that like really went crazy. Like it got re-uploaded. This was back a long time ago, of course. It was around when Radioactive just got released.
Do we want to get to
my second channel? Well, let's answer that question.
Yeah, let's get this done.
Yes, let's answer that question. I'll talk about like how I lost my channel too, and how that was just a hot mess in itself.
Yeah.
Since you talked about yours, let me get the chat back up. What am I doing?
Yeah, I reckon.
That's a good question.
Do you think YouTube treats the mashup community too harshly, or is it expected with mashup making?
They did. There was that time and era where a lot of people lost their channels. They treated us like absolute garbage, and honestly, it's gotten better. But you know the whole plaque thing that I mentioned to you, that just rubbed me completely wrong. We don't need to go in deeper on that, but someone who does the same thing as us, they received YouTube plaque when neither me or Sam were qualified for one, but they also make mashups, but they have a plaque. But we don't. That's the general basis of that. YouTube's gotten a lot better because I don't know if you know this, Sam. Let me bring back up the chat real quick, because I definitely want to stay up to date on that. But yeah, on Daniel's question, back in the day, yes, it was terrible because there were copyright strikes left and right, as you know.
Yeah.
It was like 2015 to 2016, which Adriana described it as there was a first era YouTube, and then all the copyright issues happened between 2015 and 2016, and what led into second generation of YouTubers, because a lot of people dropped it between 2015 and 2016.
Yeah.
Like our community very much got shortened during that time. And that question kind of ties into what I wanted to talk about my channel. It was so devastating because of 2 things. Well, actually 3 things. 1, it was just right after I had stopped doing things with Warner, so I lost contact with them. I completely lost contact with them at this point. 2, this was in 2016, like early 2016. I was at 68,000 subscribers in 2016. 3, the thing I got copyright striked for, every single other person posted. I was the only person to get a copyright strike for it. It was literally
that hurts.
It was like I was being targeted for some reason, and that's what really got to me and like sent me into a downward spiral very quickly. Because it was for a Haley Steinfeld song.
And it did seem like certain people, like, it wasn't even that YouTube's algorithm was striking. It was like they were
striking certain people, and I don't know why.
It's like people got big enough to be on their radar, right? And they were like, okay, this guy's doing something that we don't want. Like, we felt actively targeted. Well, I was lucky enough not to have that, but I know some... Actually, I think I was actively targeted when I got my channel taken down for, like, this version of it. Because...
Oh my god, Sam was right. 2016 with Calvin... Literally, like, until last year, Taylor Swift was fucking... I remember being slick, and I'm like, I'm gonna pitch Taylor Swift up a little bit, and they're gonna let me do it. Next day, slapped with a copyright strike. I was stupid because I was like, I just want to use Taylor Swift. Leave me alone.
There were some points where it wasn't just that YouTube's algorithm was like, you know, handing out strikes. There were people watching us and trying and succeeding in limiting the amount that we could post.
I'm glad you're here, Max. Yeah, you don't have to be YouTube. You don't have to be Mashup Artist. This is for anyone who just wants to learn about the community.
Of course.
So, like, he's asking about 2015 to 2016. 2015 to 2016, there were
a lot of people on SoundCloud around there.
At one point, there was a lot of people on SoundCloud. I tried to go on SoundCloud, and I remember having, like, at least a few thousand followers. But their copyright was a hell of a lot worse than YouTube. They made YouTube look like an angel comparison. Because SoundCloud was mainly just for a lack of a better word, for shit posters, correct?
Yeah.
It was
I feel like there is no better word. I feel like shit posters sums it up pretty well.
I don't think that's an issue anymore. Though, like I would say it was like 2015, probably like leading into early 2017 was still a big issue. But if we talk about 2021 right now, YouTube has gotten so much better about it.
YouTube's
The
been
plaque issue
fantastic.
aside, like you literally, I don't know if you know this because I never knew this until I actually like looked into like filing a copyright dispute because I never do that because I'm like,
Yeah, you know, we're like scared to touch copyright.
we just we're just like, oh, we don't own this. Like we're not even gonna bother. Like
Yeah.
right, but there's actually a section for mashups now. Like
What, like,
the section is just mashup. Like you can like file a complaint, like, hey, this is a mashup. I have the rights to post this because it's a mashup, and they'll like let you post it. Like if you post a mashup and they block it for some reason, you can file a claim and they have the option for mashup now. I don't know how recent that was, but I've never seen that before. That's a huge.
That's massive.
That is massive.
I find that almost hard to believe. It's like
I have a theory as to why that is. That ties directly back to TikTok, which I think it's a good time to talk about TikTok, right? Because we have our YouTube community, which the YouTube has always been arguably the best platform for mashups. TikTok comes along in 2018. I mentioned a number to you, but I'm going to go on the app itself real quick just to re-bring up that number, just to put this into perspective. Regardless of if you're on TikTok or not, we can't ignore the fact that it's an influential platform for mashups. We simply cannot.
TikTok, like, mashups haven't been used in this way for like
a long time. Which I want to look at the hashtag itself. So, mind you, I did research a while ago. The most viewed mashup YouTuber is DJ Earworm. He has 227 million views. We're talking about numbers here. The mashup tag on TikTok has 4 billion views.
4 billion.
4 billion views. That's over half the world. Yeah. Obviously, people are watching it again and again, but like to put a number on it, 4 billion views in 3 years. TikTok's only been around for 3 years, since 2018. TikTok, I hate to say it, like I was gonna like do a commentary on this, but fuck it, I'll just do the commentary here. But not to take over, but like, because obviously you have lots of opinions. You're not even on TikTok.
No,
I would say right now, if you are a mashup artist, you need to be on TikTok, specifically if you want to get attention to your content. If you don't care about that, don't touch it. You don't need to. But like I said, 4 billion views on the mashup tag alone. The people who have gone from YouTube to TikTok have had enormous success. Your thoughts and opinions, Sam, since you haven't even used TikTok.
Well, I mean, I do use TikTok occasionally. I have the app. I think it's pretty interesting that I just like just in general, the content that TikTok is.
It's a different category.
It amuses me. A lot of it, I think, just because of the audience it's based around, it doesn't resonate with me necessarily a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's more like for a pop audience, I would say. More like pop culture kind of people, not necessarily like in your genre, music-wise. Doesn't mean you can't post that on there.
No, of course. I think it's incredibly interesting how we're getting to the point where, you know, like 6 years ago, you know, someone making it on YouTube, even longer than that, you know, becoming a celebrity of sorts off of videos that they'd uploaded on the internet. That was absurd. And now we're at a point where it's not just long content. People are defining their like whole category of who they are and what they do in like 10-second snippets. Just 10-second snippets over and over again.
You mentioned that. Max wanted to ask how you get full songs on TikTok. Well, that's the thing about TikTok. You have a minute cap. Because the best way, which me and Adriana talked, I wish we would have talked more about TikTok because even she isn't aware of the influence like TikTok has. Because it's funny, we both dipped our toes into TikTok at the same time. She simply don't have time for it. She has all her stuff going on with Booty Mashup. Like she just has her name on there just to have it there, right? But yeah, it's the best way to describe it. It's low effort clout, which it's weird to put it like that because of all the stuff you have to learn about it. Like TikTok itself is by far the best marketing app.
Yeah,
talking about because
if you want to get yourself heard, I mean, think about it, right? The way it works is say you've got like someone who's going on a YouTube video and they spend maybe on average, I know for my videos it's around 80 seconds is the average watch time.
A minute is audience retention. Yes. The minute mark is where at least on my end, I feel like it translates probably to yours as well.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
minute mark where 50% of my audience already tuned out.
But
That's the sweet
yeah,
spot. That's why that's like that on TikTok as
but
well.
take that to TikTok though, right? A minute's the max. A minute is the absolute max that you have. Most people are going to swipe after like 15, 20 seconds. So the content is based around hooking people in and getting them to remember what you're doing in 15 to 20 seconds instead of having it long form. And because of that, like people go through content faster, so more people see what you're doing, right?
Could I provide an example as to how a mashup can pull someone in within the first 5 seconds? I have a really good example of that, and I would love to share it.
Go for it.
Not to self-promote, literally. Like, I think this is an example of, like, because you were talking about a lot of people tune out, especially like with TikTok specifically. People usually are going to tune out within 10 to 15 seconds. You want to get their attention in the first 5 seconds. I'm going to play 5 seconds of this, and you just tell me if it interests you.
It's a start. I'm just.
It's
a start. Okay. I was thinking like Psychosocial Baby or something. That's the thing, you know? I was waiting for a genre clash.
You were waiting for a genre clash. Well, baby, you're talking to a pop mashup YouTuber. I got my girlies on there. That was Miss BB Rexa and Dua Lipa. Don't forget their names. They're the Albanian queens with Ava Max, the Albanian trio of Warner.
I mean, I'll be real. I reckon to a pop audience, that's the jump though. Like
Ava Max.
To a pop audience.
Ava Max. Yes, for a pop audience. That was just an example of like you got another really good example. That's more up your field. Was it Cumberband? I'm pretty sure it was Cumberband. He did like a 2-minute mashup. It had like 6 songs in it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I remember you talking the anecdote that you had with Adriana, or she told you. Yeah.
This is something they posted recently, like as an example. I'm not gonna play it, but it was like a really short mashup. It was like 2 minutes, and it had like 6 songs in it. It literally had a feature from Shrek in it.
Okay.
That's like Shrek in a mashup.
Yes. I mean, All Star is like one of the most mixed songs of all time. So.
Yeah, I saw you asked about the early ATM. Have you heard of? It's Tsunami, but it's spelled like they're trying to make it special.
I have not, unfortunately.
I haven't heard of them either. I would like to hear more about them though.
Are they a small channel? Because I don't know. I don't keep up as much as I used to. If I'm being honest.
We're definitely in a different era. We're in a new era of mashups, and I think 2021 specifically.
I think we've just all branched out more. Honestly,
I think as of right now, like we're in a really good era for mashups because there's so many music releases on all ends. It's not just pop.
Yeah, no.
It seems like everyone's dropping music, and I can't keep up with all the recent releases. It's almost too much.
Honestly, I think what it is in terms of the development of the community, I'd argue it's not so much that it's gotten. I mean, it has gotten bigger, but I think also
proximity. Really?
It's.
I know proximity. Sorry, I'm looking at the
proximity. Far out.
I'm saying I don't know. I didn't know proximity featured mashups. That's news to me.
I know they featured a lot of big mashups, like because you know Madion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madion. Yes.
Madeon,
as producer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know him very well. He produced some of her best songs on our pop.
Because he did a lot of mashups back when he was starting up.
Oh my god, I remember that! Oh my god, could you imagine, like, let's say, replace Gaga with Imagine Dragons, right? Imagine making mashups and then you go produce and work for your favorite artist, like one of your favorite artists. The pipeline from mashup artist to producer is just like there and it exists.
If I get a remix approved for Imagine Dragons, that would just make my year. That would make my life.
I would actually die. I would die if it was just anyone. Like, even if it was Imagine Dragons, I would do that. But if any artist that I knew, at least knew by name, was like, hey, do something, I'd be like, when and where, I'm there, done. Like, why would you not do that?
I'm seeing a segue here. I'm seeing a good segue for you. Just depends.
A segue? Ooh.
Depends
I'm thinking of what segue you're talking about.
Depends how much you want to go into it and how much you feel comfortable talking about it.
Yeah. I know which one I want to talk about. I'm not going to drop the bomb as I've been referring to it as the bomb, but I will talk about the other thing that really interests me. It has to do with mashups, of course. Back in January, virtual DJ messaged me.
And I'll just get I'll just
Oh.
reply to EDM for a second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
let's
no,
go on about
pop
that.
culture is the exact one I was thinking of. Like, I absolutely love that. I know.
Oh, I didn't know they made that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So you've seen it?
Yeah, we're definitely have to check them out. Yeah. But back in January, this was, mind you, from January through like mid-March, I was like really depressed, right? So I wasn't really doing much mashup wise. I was kind of just self-loathing is what it really is. Oh God, I'm okay. I need to address this real quick. Daniel, I will never make my own music. I'm a marketer. I'm not a pop artist. No, thank you.
You can listen to mine though. Wink, wink.
Hell no. Never in a million years. Now we have Galagath over here. That's wrong. I'm not Galagath, sweetie, and we can get to original music. Ooh. But since you wanted me to spill a little bit of tea, let's get back to that. That comment just threw me off. Never. I will never. I market. That's key. So, but yeah, Medea made pop culture. Duh. Yeah, not the person you mentioned. Yes, that's pop culture. It's a classic. Bring it back, Logan. Virtual DJ messaged me on Twitter in January. The person who messaged me, I did more research on them. I won't mention the name for confidentiality reasons. They're like the main person at Virtual DJ, right?
Yeah.
For people who don't know what Virtual DJ is, Virtual DJ is a software where you can produce your own beats. That's important. They have a little thing on their page, and like the first person that shows up is David Guetta. Like David Guetta uses Virtual DJ. To put that into context, like if David Guetta uses it, I trust it because he's like one of my favorite producers, honestly.
He's a good chameleon, David Guetta. He's pretty good at adapting this. Madion's great, yeah.
Yes. But they messaged me in January. I didn't know this until April, right? I got back to them 3 months later, and I'm like, oh God, I just saw this. I'm not sure what you guys were needing, but I'm here now. It was 2 weeks after that, I did a follow-up, and I was like, hey, I'm assuming, because they really aren't that active on Twitter, right? They just kind of have it there as like, oh, we exist on Twitter. That's all that matters. That's how I feel about Instagram. But I followed up 2 weeks later, and I'm like, hey, I've kind of just like did a rebranding. So like, now's the perfect time to do this. If you want to email me, here's my email. And then they immediately responded, and they said they would get back to me. They haven't, mind you, they haven't disclosed anything to me yet. I have no idea what they're wanting, like not a clue at all. But they said they were going to get back to me, that they had like a lot of spam in their emails, and that they were going to get back to me. That was 3 days ago. I'm waiting on a lot of emails at this point, and it's making me anxious. You know this, though, like how anxious I've been over this. Not just that, but that's a prime example, kind of to tie back to Twitter, and I think we should discuss Twitter as well, because that's a whole different ballpark. For mashups even, like, they kind of have something going on there, but TikTok and YouTube...
For mashups, you say?
For mashups. At one point, like, it was an older era, mashups can pop, like, okay, this is where you target fan bases. Like, if you want to go into Twitter, like, how can you capitalize on Twitter with mashups? I did something a while ago, and I actually had moderate success with it. He's a real go-getter. Sorry, that's funny. Twitter, yes. At one point, no one knows this. I haven't said anything about this. Not even to you. I had a Stan Twitter account. Like, I went out of my way to make a Stan Twitter account because I wanted to test something. Who do you think it was for? Any guesses?
Surely Baby Rexa. Like, come on. I've seen your current account.
I should have. Well, it was, it actually still exists. I'm not going to say the name of it, but if you do your research, you can probably find it. It had a really cute out, though. It was for Troye Sivan, my baby. I used that to see if, like if I use just a certain artist, because, like, obviously Stan accounts on Twitter, we all know Stan culture on Twitter is an absolute garbage shoot. It is, though. I'm assuming the Imagine Dragons fans base is similar.
Stan Twitter is Stan Twitter is a discussion on its own. Honestly, the Imagine Dragons fan base is pretty cool.
I could believe that. Troy's fan base. There's a lot of young girls. myself, but this was back. Oh my god, when did I do that? It was back in. This was like 2015 going into 2017. I wanted to test the waters with stand Twitter specifically. I made an account catered to Troy, and I started posting Troy specific mashups on there. And I remember them like doing decent numbers. I think oh wait, there was one that I posted. I wasn't just posting Troy stuff. I was posting Panic at the Disco stuff too. I don't remember why though. I remember posting. It was one with 21 Pilots and Panic at the Disco, and it got like 300 retweets.
We love
Like
that.
it wasn't like it was pretty. It was a good marketing scheme. Like on my end, I was just testing the waters because I know Stan Twitter specifically, they will eat up anything that has their favorite artist in it. It doesn't matter what it is. You can just say their name and they're gonna retweet it. That's just the denominator of Twitter. But yeah, that's an example, like kind of tying it back to Twitter. And I feel like no one else has done that. I feel like the only person who really experimented was Stan Twitter, but I got sick of it because people were annoying, so I dropped it.
Yeah, I am very happy to make content that has absolutely nothing to do with Stan Twitter.
Yeah,
I just,
I could honestly believe that.
The people that, because what do? Imagine Dragons, Bastille. I guess, like, people used to find 21 Pilots fans. I know they got a lot of shit for their fans, which, I don't know, it's a bit unfair, People were young when they liked 21 Pilots. That's... Back, like, around Blurryface, Vessel, a lot of the people that were getting into them were, like, 12 or 13, Come on. People are 12.
Come at me harder. I got into them when I was like 16.
Yeah, no, I got into them around Blurryface.
You're 3 years younger than me. I'm 23 for context, and you're 20.
He's a grandpa.
Yeah, it's funny you call me grandpa because Maddie is my mashup grandma. Thank you very much. She's literally raised me for 8 years. She's giving me some tough love, but she needs to because I can be a little sassy sometimes. As you know, I'm gay though. It's in my blood. I can't control it. I can, but sometimes SD does zip. Thank you, Daniel, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Right. What's the next best platform for mashups? We did touch on that with TikTok. It definitely wouldn't be SoundCloud. Like, in your opinion, besides YouTube, what would be the best platform?
I had myself on mute.
Oh, you're cutting out. I can't hear you, bud. You muted yourself.
You would have been able to hear me, but the stream wouldn't.
You're muted. Stand by. My dude over here muted himself.
Wait, am I still muted?
No, you're not muted now. But
are you? Oh my god! I've been trying to.
Muted, but you just keep talking.
Okay, because I've got the mute for stream and I've got the mute for the Discord thing. So either you can hear me and the stream can't, or the stream can hear me and you can't.
Oh yeah, you showed up as muted, so that's why they couldn't hear you.
Yeah,
I saw that. I was like, unmute. Say what you're gonna say though.
Thanks. First of all, thanks for coming, Dan. Honestly, like, if this is something you'd be down to do, just sort of chat about the community, because we're both me and Logan are sort of in separate areas, because I do a lot of old shit, and he does a lot of pop mashups. We both do Imagine Dragons and whatever else that entails. You've had a lot of your own experiences mixing the score and stuff. I don't even know if you're hearing this. You might be gone already. But it'd be cool to get you on this, because I want to try and talk to as many people as possible. I think we'd have a good conversation.
Get on what?
On a Mashup Chat, I guess.
So like, okay, so what you're saying is like...
Wait a minute. The thing that we're currently doing right now.
I feel like I missed something. I feel like I'm missing something from context. Are you talking about like making a Discord?
We're live, right? We're live right now.
I know we're live. Yeah, I know we're live. I'm confused.
No, I'm just saying it'd be good to get Dan on for a future episode.
Oh, Daniel?
Yeah,
yes.
And
Oh yeah. I don't know why I lost my train of thought. I know we're live. That was like probably weird faces going on. Yes, I know we're live. And Daniel would be really good for another one.
Thanks.
Which I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You go where you're saying.
Just EDM Theorist is heading out. Thanks for coming, man.
Yes, thank you for coming. What did you think? Because Max asked. What the next platform for mashups is.
So Max,
I already know what it is.
What I would say, YouTube is pretty good right now, as we've discussed. I don't think you should necessarily scrap SoundCloud. If you like SoundCloud, if it works for you, then give it a try. and you'll find what works for you and what doesn't just by posting on different things.
Exactly. It just depends on what you're posting.
But just be
I've had
warned
people-
with SoundCloud that the reason a lot of people don't use it anymore is because it's become a little more difficult to evade copyright issues on it. That's personally why I stopped using it. It might be better now. I don't know what it's like in 2021. But
Yeah, I haven't touched SoundCloud in years. I can touch on that too. I've had the mantra with any platform that I've been on: 3 strikes, you're out. Like if I have to go through 3 channels and lose all 3 channels, I'm doing it again. It took me about a year to go through 3 channels, and after that, I was done.
a year for 3 SoundCloud channels, you said?
I had 3. Yeah, I went through SoundCloud 3 different times.
Same.
I got like about a couple thousand every time, and then lost it, restart, and then after the 3rd time, I gave up because it had a lot to do with copyright issues. And to this day, people still ask me to post my stuff on SoundCloud, and I'm like, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. It's like it's not even worth my time to post on there at this point. It's a dead platform in my opinion. I don't even know if there's a mashup community on there anymore. Oh, whistle! I mean, someone typed.
Yeah, I think SoundCloud is a bit more shit posty.
It's kind of yeah.
Like it's more of a meme community on that, which is fine. You know, that's fun. That shit's fun. But,
exactly. It is fine though. We love memes though. Yeah. I think the answer like on my end of that, and then I think we could probably start wrapping it up maybe.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon we go maybe like 10-15 minutes, and then we.
Yeah, we can definitely we can kind of like wrap up and give like a conclusion.
And of course, if there are any questions you guys haven't gotten to yet, send it through.
Yes, we'll answer any questions too. To touch on what I think, because I was gonna make a video on this, but I can just address it here just quickly.
Hey, you can do both.
I think there's actually a better platform than YouTube. I hate to say it. Like, there's a reason why I asked the question that I did on YouTube, because I truly think TikTok's the best platform for mashups right now, and I firmly believe that. Statistically speaking, like, if you don't care about views or getting attention, then disregard what I'm saying.
I mean,
you don't even necessarily care because, like, we kind of discussed this, that everyone wants to recognize regardless of what they're doing. It's recognition, not being, like, famous, but you want your work to be recognized.
Not everyone wants to be famous. Everyone appreciates being recognized. That's sort of the way that we put it.
Round of applause. I need an applause track. Yes,
dude,
that's exactly it.
I need like a little quotes list. Just I don't know, on the
we
back
need a
wall.
little DJ set. We need sound effects. You need to spice things up. You need like an official like radio. We want a round of applause when you talk about something good. But I truly do think statistically TikTok is by far the best platform for mashups. However, I think it's crucial that you use both TikTok and YouTube, because TikTok is the way. This is how I look at it, right? TikTok is the way to preview a mashup as like a teaser kind of thing, because TikTok's algorithm, which I'm definitely gonna make a discussion on this, because I want to break down the algorithm specifically because they work completely differently.
Yeah.
Just to brief touch on it, TikTok's algorithm has a hell of a lot better than YouTube's algorithm when it comes to recommending it to people, because of the For You page. I've had several people tell me that I've appeared on their For You page, and I just put in like the tag for it. Just putting in the tag will get you on the For You page, which is just a single TikTok that's catered to that person for the first time they log in, right? Like every time you log in, there's one that's on your For You page that's catered to you. TikTok, in my opinion, is the best platform, and I think connecting directly to the YouTube version is a great way to build an audience quickly. But obviously, I'll get more into that on my own commentary videos sometime in the future, sometime in May. I just don't know when. Yes, I think now would be a good time to start wrapping it up if you want to add some like ending conclusion statements and all that stuff. That's how a debate goes, at least.
I guess what did we cover? A bit about TikTok, a bit about the history of starting out.
History of our channels.
So I think
a lot about
generally
like, kind of genres in general. Like we kind of talked about country, pop. Just a full array of genres. We also talked about like just other mashup artists too in general. And then platforms. We did a lot of like platforms, mashup artists, and then just music abroad. I think is a good summary.
Like if YouTube works for you, then awesome. YouTube's probably the safest. It's the most.
In my opinion, yes. Simplicity wise, like if you just want something like to plug myself real quick, I made a little tutorial on how you can post mashups on YouTube. It's a 2-step process.
As an established community as well, for YouTube.
It's an established
Yeah.
community. Like, not everyone's like this. It seems like the bigger someone gets, the less connected they are. But like, I know for a fact, me and you, we go around and just watch mashups on the Blue, and we kind of just leave comments there, and they're like, "Ooh, this is good." Especially like, we both love a good juicy genre clash.
Yeah.
We can't ignore a good genre clash, of course.
That's like, it's the classic, you know. I remember, you know, Isocene? Isocene was actually one of my influences as well. I really liked him.
Really?
I've always liked him.
I haven't like kept tabs on him recently, but I remember the name. Yeah.
I think he's sort of phased out of it a little. But he shit, what was it? Psychosocial Baby.
Such a baby.
It was a mashup of Justin Bieber and Slipknot, who, if you don't know who Slipknot are, they're just this like super
I know
metal
who
group.
Slipknot is.
Yeah.
I'm not that poppin'.
Oh, I just mean like, just for the fans, for the people listening, man.
I couldn't name a Slipknot song, but I know their name.
Psychosocial.
At least I didn't like say anything. The pitchforks.
You just cut out for a bit.
Later discussion. Oh, that's okay. I said I'm glad I didn't mention anything about Imagine Dragons because I was ready for the pitchforks to come at me.
Yeah, no. It's weird. I haven't seen anybody mention. Oh, some people mentioned like mashups with Imagine Dragons. Honestly, I think that wave has sort of come and gone a little bit. I think the Imagine Dragons guys are still here.
Thank you for tuning in. We're just a little past 9. I think we're at a good time to wrap it up. Because we started about an hour, right?
Yeah,
I think about an hour.
I'd say that's a good length. Any other questions? Hit us up. This is your last chance. Any parting words before we split up?
Let me hear your 1, 2. Ooh, well, Max wants to hear my 1, 2 steps on post. I can tell you that quick. Let me just. I'm not gonna play the video because it's like I used a robot voice and it's kind of weird. Let me just go back over it. I'll give him the 2 steps real quick and then we can say goodbye. So once you have a mashup made, it's really easy to post. You only have to use 2 websites. You just have to save the album covers or whatever pictures you want to use. It doesn't have to be the album covers, mind you. Usually it's just the album covers. You go to imgonline.com. There's a section there where you can put the images beside each other. And this also makes it to where your image will, it'll be fully on the screen. There's not the black bars over the top of them. It'll fit the full screen if you do this. And then the other one, if I'm thinking correctly, is oneimagevideo.com. Yeah, and then you go to, it's oneimagevideo.com, and it gives you an option to put in the image and the audio, and then you're done, and then you post it right to YouTube. There's an extra step if you want to add a watermark, which I didn't mention because a lot of people don't use watermarks, but you can also go to pinetools.com, and they give you the option to put on a watermark, and you can adjust the size, like transparency. That's mainly what I use. But that's how I started to post mashups to YouTube, because I used to use an editing program, but it took like 20 minutes to export, and it was so annoying. But just to answer that question, is there any other questions? Let me go back to the chat.
I feel like we've covered things pretty well. You were pretty on point with the questions.
Well, you were the one that's supposed to interview me, Sam. What?
Look, I don't know. I feel like we went a little off the beaten path.
Oh god, it's repeating. To be fair, mind you, we didn't have a script. We kind of just went.
We were just like,
we're just gonna talk.
There were like,
when it comes up.
There were like 2 things we wanted to talk about, and I think we got to like some of them. Got to maybe 1.5 of them. Oh yeah, no problem, Max. It's also on my channel as well. But yeah, it was mainly just like a little touch on mashups. We covered a good amount of topics. Yeah, today. We're at a good place to round it up. Because my friend just asked where I'm at. She wants me to go to a party, so I think I probably should go do that before she cracks the whip on me. But yes, this was great, Sam. Thank you so much for having me. Of course. We gotta maybe get you on sometime again. See what happens with this. I think maybe give it a month's time. I think things are going to be a lot different. I don't know. Not right now. We'll see. We'll see if this even exists. I don't know if I'm going to do this again. Like, I mean, I'd love to. It's just a matter of like timing and all. Oh yeah, you're still working out the time because you're in Australia. Yeah. No. We're still live. Okay, let's. All right. Okay. Bye. Everyone's already leaving. See you guys.